Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chargers and the Dolphins, and it's coming up next.
Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Kene Nwangwu. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Well, the pressure that goes on in these playoffs, but the first score here in the divisional round always very key.
Partner, this team handled it like it was a regular season game. But they were confident in what they were doing, came right out and established themselves early.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the...
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. McCaffrey on the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Fielded at the 33. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. He goes 67 yards on the punt return. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
You got a guy that fast back there to receive punts. That's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they miss hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Wants to try to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Jones. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Myles Garrett. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball in the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick.
And pressure coming, and they got it once again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Gets past one man. A great blocking nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest, and I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rest as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. A-Chain will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work, did the whole hard, and finish in the end zone.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. In motion right is Evans. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. A short throw to Ingram. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Here's Hill on the return. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 2nd down, a run by H.A. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Now Allen, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Miles Murphy able to get him for a loss of about 3. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a 1st down as well. Now Allen off the bootleg, rolling to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Watch out for Hill on the return. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill. He scored on a punt return, and now he's scored through the air. And the Dolphins continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Lots will look to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now Jones on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Now Hill to return it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Allen escaping the pressure right. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Here's Jones throwing to start the drive. Gets this quickly to Ingram. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That one good for 26 and a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. He targets Ingram for another grab. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Evan Ingram, 26 yards. And the Chargers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Allen's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On play action, Allen. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for the Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle in the final seconds minutes of the first half. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Cook. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to get a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game. And really, they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game. And I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage. On is the Chargers punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
And this returnable for Hill. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's A-Chain to begin the drive. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Allen off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a first down. Allen. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. To the air, Allen. Flush to his right. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. H.A. now up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Here's Allen to throw it. This one caught by Kittle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
Here's Allen. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Josh Allen, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
So, man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And the L.A. offense ready for this next possession. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw. Jones. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That one finds Pierce right side. And that's good for a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the... Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the...
There he goes, right side. down the right sideline. And he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10. 59 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run, shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't you? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. A-chain here. They stay on the ground. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon A-chain with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it up, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon A-chain saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. To look to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Chargers offense back onto the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 4. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Devon A-chain in the offense, ready to go once again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Buying time to his left. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. To throw, it's Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A-Chain on 1st and 10. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their totals. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Throwing Jones. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now Jones. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Nick Bosa. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
But when this game is done, the credit will go to the consistent pressure on the quarterback as a huge cause of this win. Most teams are happy if they get a few of these games per year. You know they're going to watch this tape over and over, try to identify what's working, and keep it going.
Here is third and quite a ways. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. To the sideline and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Miami set to take over. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. So Allen's going to look to throw. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Miami. 78 yards.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the
distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be first and goal from an ideal position.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They'll look to run with A-Chain, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Wants to try to add the PAT. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it was finished off with a touchdown run from Devon A-Chain. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Jones throw caught by Pierce. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. Jones on first down. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, Parker, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they stay